Welcome to the Cheeley Law Review. My name is Ben Burnett. My guest today is the founder of the Cheeley Law Group, Bob Cheeley. Bob, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Ben, and may I add that I'm the editor, I guess, of the Law Review.
Bob, I want to ask you a question. How has success in certain industries or certain types of cases led to other people finding you?
Great question. Back when I was in my late 30s, I'm 66 now. When I was in my 30s, I got my very first auto products liability case, and it was for my cousin who got killed in a Nissan at an intersection, got T-boned. That's the absolute most unlikely and awful way to get involved in suing car companies for defective designs. But, I took that case and proved it up. I went to Japan to find a witness over there who used to work for Nissan. He gave us a really good testimony and a videotape deposition that we were able to use at trial. Just always have tried to up my game. With every case that I've tried, I try to do better on the next case. And I remember getting this for this family whose son got burned alive in a General Motors pickup truck. And again, I tried to go find somebody from within GM who had retired to talk about what the problems were with the design of that truck. That case resulted in a $105 million verdict, and so it put us on the map.
And that was in 1993.
That was in 93.
When $105 million was a lot more than $105 million today.
Exactly. My cousin's case, Willis versus Nissan, I think was about a year before that, and we went to trial on it and settled it while the jury was out for a very significant amount of money, but it was confidential. The best form of advertising for a trial lawyer are verdicts. I'm not afraid to go to trial. In fact, I enjoy going to trial and getting justice for my clients. As long as my clients know that sometimes it's a totally new experience. They're going to be anxious about going to trial, but once they get there and they see that this is such a beautiful process, because America is the only country in the world where you can go to seek justice in a court of law in civil cases. It's a wonderful thing that our framers of the Constitution provided for. Once my clients get in there and see the first day, they get a lot more comfortable and at ease. So success builds on success. And it's so easy for lawyers to try to pigeonhole themselves. I only handle tractor trailer cases, or I only handle car wreck cases, or I only handle business fraud cases. But a good trial lawyer can handle any kind of case. The only thing that keeps you or holds you back is the willingness to learn something new and courage. The best way I can describe what it feels like to be able to go try different types of cases is you develop someone's like a swagger about you. You're confident, you know the facts, you know the law, you've got the right experts, you've got the right witnesses lined up, and you just have to go in and swing for the fences, and that's what I enjoy doing.
You love to mentor and train.
I do. Younger lawyers.
What do you tell your young lawyers when they're getting started and they start to see success? Do you encourage them to look around and say, if you can do this, you can probably do this too? Don't pigeonhole yourself into one thing. Or do you have subject matter experts within your office that stay in very small niches?
I won't let them stay in a pigeonhole situation. I push them out like a mother bird or pushes the babies out of the nest and makes them go try something new and different. And I just recently was in Colorado helping train young lawyers at a trial lawyers college. These are people I didn't even know from all parts of the country. And I told them the same thing that I'm saying here today is you master the facts of your case and you go in well prepared and confident. And generally speaking, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get a great result for your client if you do that. So it's all about having confidence in yourself. And secondly, I tell everybody who's just now becoming familiar with the courtroom and how to try cases, I said, don't try to mimic me. Don't try to be Bob Cheeley. You be yourself, because that's the person that God's designed you to be. And juries can pick up on a fraud, somebody who's faking it and not being themselves. And you should go into that jury not just with swagger, but with humility, and let the jury know how much you appreciate their service and just be genuine. And people are attracted to that.
If there are 2 or 3 niches within your firm, what would you say that they are that your average person might not know about, that you guys are really, really intelligent and delicate with?
We think outside the box in all of our cases, try to. For example, everybody in Georgia, particularly over near Savannah, remembers the tragedy involving Georgia Southern nursing students. 5 of them were killed and 2 were injured. I represented 3 of the families that lost a daughter and one of those young ladies that survived. And I just remember thinking, when I first met, I called a meeting together of the lawyers who were representing the other families, some of whom I already knew, or most of them. And I said, we've got to go at this together, because the strategy of the defense is going to be to pick one of us off and settle cheap for one of these 5 young ladies. And that's going to set the bar that all the others should be valued at for settlement purposes. And so we got to resist the temptation to talk to the defense lawyers until these cases are fully worked up and ready to go to trial, because that's when we're going to get the maximum value for each of our clients. So I just remember telling those lawyers that we're going to get one of these cases to trial within the first year. And I remember one of these very seasoned, really good attorneys that handles a lot of trucking cases. He said, "Bob, I don't think that's possible, but I love your enthusiasm." I said, "Well, let's give it a try." And so sure enough, I got a judge in one of my cases to set one of those cases, the wrongful death case, for trial the very week. It would be the first anniversary of that terrible, tragic wreck. So we all stuck together, and we all got maximum recoveries for each of those clients and families. It didn't bring their daughters back, but it did give them a sense that they got justice, even though they didn't go to trial. That's what I like to think I bring to the table, is great strategies and great trial tactics, and above all else, a compassion for my clients and a determination to get full justice for them. I always try to do the right thing.
It's been another episode of the Cheeley Law Review. Have a great week, everybody.